1 week out from the next arm wrestling tournament that's happening in Vancouver, and I don't usually work out too much 1 week leading up, but in today's video, I figured let's just do a bunch of everything, and this is what I'm dealing with on the table currently. I think in today's plan, we're gonna do a little bit of each tool. We have obviously the cupping tool, we have a wrist wrench, Mazarenko conic handle, we have Alex's handle, the whatever you want to call this from Ezreal, I use this religiously, the top roll handle as well, and then of course the Devon cupping tool. And I think I'm also going to use some bands as well. With 1 week away, I just want to take it relaxed. I want to recover. I want to hit the sauna. I want to be good with my supplements. I want to eat a lot of food. And I'm figuring like, you know what? Why don't we just do a little bit of everything? And for the rest of the week, we're going to take it easy. So in today's video, we're going to be working with a bunch of tools. I'm going to put all the tools down below. And we might as well start with just the regular conic handle from Mazarenko. And I figured if I can do all different types of angles, different form, different weight, and just play around the table, I might find out right now if there's something that I need a little bit of work on, a little bit more recovery, if I'm feeling better in a certain area than another. But yeah, let's just kind of have fun with it. I'll drop this tool off right here as well, and we will get going. Now I'm assuming, or thinking, I'm just do a couple sets of each and just work around. So right now we have a whopping, let's say 35 pounds. 35 pounds. You see, already with doing something like this, I can feel so much burn in the forearm. And I've been having, I mean, I sound like a broken record, and I feel like a lot of people can relate, but I almost feel like I'm in a state where I can just never recover. Alright, let's do that again. I'm going to bring the thicker part on the bottom part of the hand here and see if that helps a little bit. $35 pounds is pretty good. I mean, is it heavy? Absolutely not. But I am very interested to see. So for those who are very familiar with the Vancouver Armwrestling Club or the arm wrestlers here on Vancouver Island, when I arm wrestled at Provincials earlier this year in March, I had arm wrestled a guy by the name of Max. That was probably a very straightforward name. He's a Ukrainian kid, very, very strong. Well, he's not so much a kid, he's a full-grown man. But his name is Max. We went to a pretty good war, a 3-round war, the last time we faced off, and he ended up beating me. However, since then, I've gotten much stronger. At least I think I have. I wouldn't say much stronger. I've gotten stronger. He's gotten stronger because he recently beat the #1 guy in Canada, I believe, on the right hand. Now, the guy's #1 on the left, but he still beat him on the right, and his name is Ole Danilov. The guy is an absolute freak. He's also from Ukraine. Surprise. I know, crazy. So it's going to be interesting going to this tournament November 2nd because I'm going to probably face off against Max again, and I really want to see where I stand. I think I've gotten better. He obviously got better. He beat one of the top guys in the country. So, yeah, I have my work cut out for me. We'll see how that goes. I'm definitely a little I wouldn't say nervous, a little bit anxious. I just want to do well. Wow. I really want to get some blood flow in this forearm because, man, I'm feeling sore. I'm feeling very sore. But I'm not, but I'm recovered. I think I'm good. I think the trick is just getting blood flow in all areas. And if I see there's an area that probably needs some work, maybe ice it up more, take more baths, do more saunas. At least that's the trick, I guess, maybe. It's not like I'm gonna get stronger in the next week. Woo. Okay, so 35 pounds on that feels good. I'm gonna bring it up in some weight. I'll add a 15. So we have 35. We'll do 50 pounds. 50 pounds forearm curls, pretty straightforward. We are now dealing with 50 pounds. Now the goal today is not to see how strong I am, it's to see how I'm feeling. And part of me didn't even really want to do something like this prior to a week out. I was like, you know what, I'm just going to completely rest it. I'm not going to work out. I'm not going to train because I feel sore, quote unquote. But honestly, I think you should be working out up until very close to the tournament, but you should not be looking to gain strength in the last week. I think that's I mean, if I were to try to do 1 rep maxes right now, it would most likely be okay, but then I would be screwed and I'd be taking a chance that the match day comes and I'm going to hurt myself instantly. 50 pounds on here. We have the conic handle from Mazarenko. There's no bearing or anything on this. This is like strictly just 3D printed material on a piece of aluminum or metal. You tell me. So I think I'm just going to a little bit of forearm curl and I'm going to internal rotation at the same time. And then once this is done, I think we'll move on to the next one. Oh, I feel good. I feel good. I feel really good, I'm not gonna lie. 50 pounds is heavy though. Internal rotation, that's you gotta be careful. You can't be swinging that stuff. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'm gonna get going on the next one. We're gonna do the exact same weight, 50 pounds, but we're gonna work with the Israel arm wrestling wrist ball. This, I've mentioned it a ton of times, used to be my favorite, if not, could be possibly still my favorite, but I know my top roll ability can handle this, but what I'm gonna do on this set here, I'm gonna try, I haven't tried yet. I'm gonna go at a completely supinated position and try to hook inwards. 50 pounds, wrist ball, let's go. I'll do one set with my slower on and then I'm gonna show off and show you these massive pythons. I know you guys are all dying to see it, but just enjoy. So 50 pounds, I actually don't even know if I can do this. I really don't. I don't track these numbers specifically. But I like to put myself in like a very vertical position. And then as I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna drag. So I'm gonna be in a position like this and then literally drag to the side, but using my bicep at the same time as my wrist is completely cupped in. It'd be very easy for me to just hold and go side pressure, but my focus on this is literally to get the wrist ball and to literally drag to the side. I like to explain because I feel like a lot of people have different ways of doing it. So here we go. Let's see if I can do 50 pounds. I'm obviously gonna be a little bit cupped in here. Oh, yeah. Oh. Woo. I'm not gonna go heavier than that because I just felt like a little bit of too much pressure on my bicep. I did not like that. I honestly did not like that at all. Oh yeah. That's like almost injury prone stuff right there. Woo. It almost felt like, ouch. It almost felt like my bicep was like spasming. Oh my God. Yeah, okay, I'm lowering the weight 100%. Not even a doubt. Ouch. Dude, that was weird. Let's try this. Even that feels weird, but you know what? I'll take the lighter weight right now because I'm not gonna screw myself. Yeah. Dude, my left arm's doing it too. Ugh. I'm gonna stick to side pressure. How about that? No. I don't like that at all. My biceps are screwed right now. Not good. Ouch. Man, I feel like so dehydrated. Like that's not the way my muscles feel right now, but I'm not. It's actually the complete opposite. Where I've been having to use the washroom just way too much. I've been drinking water all day. How about we do something a little different? We go with Alex's handle. I would say Well, no, I'm not gonna say that. It's probably my favorite. I say that about all my tools. I really do. But I think that's all relative. Like one day it's my favorite, the next day I found something else. So let's try 35 pounds, high hand. See how that feels. Okay, that'll be fine. So 35 pounds, I'm gonna hold, scoop in. Obviously a lot of the pressure is coming off the top finger, so keep that in mind. I'm gonna work with a little bit of internal rotation and see how this does. So far we worked on some forearm, just like the dragging motion, a little bit of forearm cupping, and now we're gonna work on the complete inside up top. It's one thing to go down, it's also one thing to go up. So here, let's give it a shot. Man, I'm not feeling it, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling it. I feel the strength, but I'm feeling a little bit as if like my muscles need a little bit more recovery time. Woo! And I also just think 35 pounds on this is just too much. I'm just gonna stay here, complain the whole time. Okay, that makes more sense than going the other way. Nope, I was right. I'm losing my marbles. Yeah, 1 week out from any tournament's a little bit weird because it's like you don't want to hurt yourself, but you also want to stay in somewhat shape so you don't come to the tournament acting like I am now, where I feel like my muscles are just going on me. You also want to come prepared. I feel like that's the ultimate. It's the ultimate goal. You definitely don't want to show up not prepared. And with the tournament next week, I'm kind of traveling. I wouldn't say I'm traveling far, but I'm also waking up early, taking a ferry an hour and a half, and then driving 35, 40 minutes to the place. So if it goes completely wrong because of my preparation, then yeah, I don't want that. I don't want that for sure. Whew. And honestly, I'm just gonna leave it there. I'm not gonna screw that more. First of all, the weight's a little bit too heavy. My right arm is not liking it, which is not a good sign, because my right arm is my dominant hand. So if anything, my left arm should be having issues. But speaking of that, like I did mention a couple minutes ago, I will be hitting the sauna tonight. And one thing I've recognized throughout the week, because I've been hitting the sauna a little bit more often, it's definitely good for recovery, but I have noticed a pattern when it comes to weight loss. And one big reason why I love going to the sauna is because it helps increase HGF-1 levels, human growth hormone stuff, in a nutshell, which long-term helps you build better bones and skin, nails, eyes, like everything, including muscle mass. But I'll go in there with a full bottle of water, one of these, a little bit of a bigger one. I'll go in for 20, 30 minutes, roughly 90 degrees, sweat it out, come home, do my thing, and just repeat. And I keep weighing myself, and I realize I've been losing a little bit of weight, and it's actually what I don't want. Like, it's nice that I'm getting stronger to a certain extent, but I'm also losing weight when the goal is to keep gaining weight. So one thing I just have to be very careful with moving forward is try not to overhit the sauna, even though it's kind of addicting. So yeah, I doubt it's definitely something I have to be very, very cautious about. I'm gonna take a quick break here. We'll set this up and go to the next set. Dealing with the exact same weight, we're gonna stick at 35 pounds. I could easily go up on this one, but like I said a little bit earlier, I just wanna be a little bit careful when it comes to all the weight. The last thing I want is to overload this. And part of me was like, maybe I should just go extremely heavy today. That'll give me an idea of how strong I am. But I've already been going heavy recently, and if I were to hurt myself like anyone would previous to going into a tournament, no bueno from my end. So 35 pounds multi-spinner, pretty basic weight. And let's get a couple reps in and feel that blood flow. I want it more on the low side, actually. Definitely feels not the greatest. Still a little bit of left hand. For this tournament that's upcoming, November 2nd, I have zero intention on working the left hand. It'll be only right hand. And from my understanding, this tournament here is what allows you to go to the North American, or the the World Arm Wrestling Federation, which will be happening in Costa Rica, February 20th to the 22nd, 2025. And I do plan on showing up for this one. I'll obviously let you guys know when the time comes for booking tickets and everything. However, I will be headed to Costa Rica, and then, if you don't know, Buenos Aires, Argentina as well for the Pan Americans, maybe Nationals, we will see. Oh. Man, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not feeling good. I don't know, I'm just not feeling great about it. About like this workout. Usually I feel very solid, but that inner bicep thing kind of worried me a little bit. Let's just do another, I don't know, we'll see. We'll see November 2nd. Maybe November 2nd I show up and I get absolutely murdered, or maybe I show up and I do a little bit better than expected, but I'm not feeling it. And this is going to be the first time where I do a tournament. You know what I was just thinking of too? I actually have a super match with Alex Toprol next week. And I'm thinking of this right now. I have completely forgotten about it, and that sounds crazy and insulting, but I've been dealing with organizing this super match showdown, yeah, let's call it super match showdown, here at Medusa Shot House in Victoria for November 16th, so my stress levels have been a little bit up. No, November 2nd. Yeah, my stress levels have been a little bit up. And then obviously I have a super match for number 2 on the island on the 16th, yes. So now that I think of it, I also have a match next week. So I have a tournament, 2 super matches. What could go wrong? Especially after doing a little bit of inner bicep, and yeah, doesn't look good. Does not look good. Whew. But I will say something, and this is factual. My hand has gotten a lot stronger. You know what? I wouldn't say a lot stronger, because when you're working with specific grip strengths, it takes a very, very long time. Like, you can naturally have a good grip, you can build it up very quick, but then to slowly get an elite grip takes a very long time, and that's just because your tendons can only handle so much. But I can honestly say, besides maybe back pressure, my hand just in this position here has gotten a lot stronger. So I'm very excited to see at the tournament that's upcoming. I have no idea on how many people will be participating, but keep in mind, I weighed in this morning at 211 pounds naked, like nothing. So I should come into the tournament, fully clothed, hopefully, with some food, hopefully, sitting around 217. That's like a 6-pound difference. However, from the morning you wake up to when you go to bed, you eat a lot of food, you drink a lot of water, especially if you're me. And then, of course, the recovery this week, I think I'm going to slow the sauna down. So I'm hoping to come in around 217, but the weight class is 90 kilograms plus open. So I'm going to be facing a bunch of people from, what is 90 kilos, like 200 pounds plus? So I would say I'm in the middle of the pack. However, I feel like I'm stronger than the middle of the pack. At least that's how I feel. What it looks like is very different. That's a little bit more deceiving. Yeah, let's do one more. Let's do one more set. We're gonna switch it up here. Also, I guess while we are on this topic, and I'm thinking of it now, I went live yesterday. It's very likely I'm going live tonight, and I will be going live tomorrow night. By the time this video comes out, it'll have been already passed. I think this video is going to drop tomorrow. Saying that, please let me know, you guys, when you're actually available for lives. It's a good time, always a good time for sure, and they're only going to get better. So if you're able to stop in and say hi, come on in and say hi. Oh, I feel good. I feel better. I don't know if it's because my muscles were not warmed up, but that set definitely felt better. I'm not gonna lie, definitely felt better. So one more set on here, and then we're definitely gonna switch it up. And I think, well, we'll have to gauge it, but I think at the end we'll do some bands. I'd be curious to know what you guys do though for, let's just call it a week out of a tournament, of any competition. If you have any specific exercise that works for you, if you're doing a lot of band work, if you're drinking a lot of water, I don't know, just let me know. Let me know what you're doing. Ouch. You know what I'm not liking about this though? Do you guys get this feeling? I know you guys get it, but how often do you get a feeling in one of your hands where you go to do like a cup of some sort and it feels like your tendons are skipping? I have no idea what it is, but I'm getting it right now in my left hand. I've had it in the past. I don't know if it's from like being overworked, tendons not fully recovered, but I'm definitely feeling it right now. Next exercise, let's do the top roll tool. I haven't been using this one a lot recently. It's been something I haven't touched in a while. Man, my forearm's not liking that. So let's see how this is. I just want to feel the form of like in a top roll position. Oh yeah, I feel so good here. Oh yeah. Woo! Let's get this hand. My left hand is not liking me right now. It's really not. All right, I'm gonna take a break and we'll get back at it. I just threw 50 pounds on this bad boy. Well, 50 pounds, another 15 pounds. So we are now currently doing 50 total pounds. Let's see how easy, difficult it's gonna take for me to actually top roll this thing. Actually use this here. All right, let's go. Feel good. That's I mean, it's not heavyweight, but it's decent. It's decent for sure. Let's do some left hand. 50 whopping pounds. World record stuff here. But my left bicep, just this arm in general is just not good right now. Too much tension's going on. I say we're gonna get rid of this currently, and then we'll probably get the cupping handle. So let's use the Omega Strength Obsession handle. I'll show it to you. This guy right here. Also, if you guys want to save 10%, if you're ever thinking on actually purchasing anything from this company, first of all, they make great stuff. But if you're actually looking at saving money, use code Keanu, Keanu in capital letters at checkout. I get 0 commission. So I'm not trying to make you buy this, but I'm saying if you do use my code, you're gonna save yourself some money. So, and if you want to have a really strong hand, I think they make the best one in the game. I have massive hands, and look at the sheer size of this thing. It's awesome. 50 pounds, no strap around this. I don't even know if I can do this. Honestly, I really don't. Okay. You know what? Let's do that one more time. My bicep's not liking me, and I just don't want to overwork it. Okay, that's it. Nothing. We're not doing that anymore. We are not doing that anymore. Left. Nope, not doing that either. Okay, let's just never mind this one. I feel like this workout has just been an absolute gong show. You know what? I am cool with that. But I have one tool left we can work with before we probably do a little bit of bands, maybe a little bit. And it is arguably, you know what? It's officially my favorite tool. If you want to save 10%, code Keanu at checkout. Omega Strength Obsession. Let's do 50 pounds. Nothing's changed, obviously. I have to work out my form a little bit more just because my bicep is having none of it. Let's try the hand. Whew. Okay, well, I can honestly say leading up to this tournament, maybe let's just call it the last week and a half to 2 weeks, I've been doing extremely little table time, zero practice on a table, and not much action on the table itself in terms of specifics. I've mentioned this a million times as well, but as you know, I am currently finishing my pilot's license, so update, let's call it an update, even though I said I would not do an update. My flight test, that is all that's left. I have literally told my flight instructor I can't fly anymore. First of all, I can't afford to do it. That's just the reality. But two, I just want to get my flight test over with. I was supposed to do it last week, but here in Victoria, we had a major weather storm come in. I'm sure anybody along the Pacific, the West Coast, Northwest, you know what I'm talking about. And then this week, I was supposed to do my test, but then my flight examiner is on vacation. So now we're looking at early November. But the reality is there's zero flying left until the flight test. And I'm like, there's zero flying until the flight test. There's not a warm-up flight. I'm not flying until my flight test. So I'm saying that because the last couple weeks, especially the last 3 weeks, I haven't been doing a lot of table time. I've been focusing a lot more on recovery, actually gym work, so like bench press, stuff like that. And then of course, doing stuff like this, but nothing to the extent where it's worth me filming or just any specific hard training. Just because prior to that, I've been going extremely heavy, bicep curls, forearm curls, grip, you name it. I've been going pretty heavy, so leading up till now, I think it's a lot more blood flow and just recovery in general. Let's do one more set, hit some bands, and that's it, man. That's it. We are done. We are done ski. 50 pounds. Woo. Why, yeah. Just a triple. I'm cool with that. I'm definitely cool with that. Also, if you are going to the November 2nd tournament, it's in Burnaby or Vancouver. Well, it's the same thing, but Vancouver next week. If you happen to be coming to the event that's going to be happening in Victoria on the 16th for the super matches, or if you have any plans on doing nationals, Costa Rica or Buenos Aires, Argentina, seriously let me know. Especially if you're going on any of those trips, we could definitely link up. I don't know. There's a lot we can plan, but if you are going, please let me know. I'd love to know. Also, a little bit of a Easter egg. You want to call it an Easter egg? Christmas. Wait, let's call it an Easter egg. I am considering. I'm not saying I'm going, but in my mind, I am considering doing Washington State Championships this year. I don't have any intention on doing extremely well or anything, but I might just go for some more experience. I won't be in a prep mode. I think I'm gonna start my prep. I might start my prep at the end of next month, so I'm probably gonna take a month after, not even a month, 3 weeks, it's called 3 weeks, of just like really doing probably nothing, letting my body kind of reset, and then jump back on a pretty nasty prep, because Costa Rica is gonna be the most difficult challenge I've ever done. Well, nationals is difficult as well, but going completely international is gonna be a whole different animal. So that's gonna be something extremely interesting at the least. But yeah, I'm considering doing Washington State Championships. Like I said, I will not be doing any type of prep for that. That'll be more of like, you know, I'm about to start I probably would have just started a prep. But it's more for experience, table time, meeting people, filming some YouTube content. I don't know, just enjoying the actual training itself. I've also made a decision. It's a life-changing decision. I know I've mentioned this in the past where I said I was going on a deployment next summer, end of July. I was going to travel to Thailand, Vietnam, South Korea, Japan, Singapore, Malaysia, Indonesia. The list goes on. South Korea would have been one of them. San Diego, Hawaii. However, I have decided I will let my military contract run out. I am completely done in the military as of September 24th, 2025. And I want to pursue my dream of just doing this full time. What you guys see right now with me just filming at home, hanging out, making extremely simple content. You know, it's good for now. It's good for me to stay consistent, you know, get experience on camera. However, I do want to take it to the next level. And I want to try to do something very special with this sport long term. And listen, if I leave the military and I pursue this and it completely fails, I might go back, but I need to at least give this a shot. And with you guys watching the videos, subscribing, liking it, it's motivating me more and more to at least give it a shot. The worst that can happen is I fail. But I'd rather take the chance and fail than me do a full career in the military or whatever my life brings me and just regret me not trying. I feel like if I was on my deathbed and I would look back when I was a kid being like, I should have pursued YouTube full time. Not for the whole influencing thing. It's more just I see something very unique in arm wrestling that's not being done right now, and I want to be a big part of it. I really do. So yeah, I guess that's a very big decision on my end. You know, you have to consider I'm literally going to be giving up a deployment. You know, we're talking $50,000, $60,000, literally like cash money because it's not taxed. We're talking about the possibility of just all the travel for me to maybe make a couple $100s a month on YouTube because I'm not even making that right now. Not even making that right now. So I'm literally leaving a full-on career. I'm leaving a deployment. I'm leaving all my coworker friends. Let's call them coworker friends. I'm leaving a very big organization. Pension. I'm leaving a full-on pension. I will have no more pension after this to pursue something that is very. It's going to happen for me. I know it's going to happen for me. But when you look at people like most arm wrestlers are not able to do this full time because one, arm wrestling just doesn't pay, and it's extremely difficult to do this whole YouTube thing. It's extremely difficult. And I'm literally speaking from experience. But like I said, I'm going to be attempting something very difficult. I want the challenge, but I also think I have very good potential for the things that I want to do. And, you know, I'd rather try to get to the points that I want to get to in arm wrestling. And we're not talking world champion status. We're talking about other things that you guys will see at some point. And if I fail, I'll come back. Like I'll come back to the life I was living. But if I don't give it a shot, and also, to be honest with you guys, I don't want to have a boss. I want to be my own boss. The girlfriend and I, we have a lot of big plans going on currently. And traveling is one of them. Traveling and arm wrestling is a big part of it. So we'll see where it takes us, but if you've made it this far into the video, I want to say a major, massive thank you. If you like it, and subscribe. If you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. It's a free way of showing support of the channel, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Until then, peace.